Today's hero's journey is the life of teenagers. Whilst very much not viewed as a struggle from the general public, the struggles that teenagers need to overcome are incomprehensible. School, sports, politics, hobbies, and so much more are in our heroes and heroine ways. It's a hard life to live as a teenager, but there are positive and, well, not so positive influences. It's a life with many knocks that are very hard. Guess you can say it's a hard knock life.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
How do you view teenagers today compared to your teenage years?
I don't think teenagers themselves are different today than they were when I was a kid. I do think there's more things available to them, information, opportunities for things. So I guess an adjective to describe them would be distracted.
And when you grew up, how was high school life? And you
I mean, I enjoyed high school. I liked hanging out with friends. I liked being a part of athletics and things like that. So, in terms of reflecting it as my teaching, I think I encourage kids to be involved in things because I think when you're involved with the school, you'll just have a better experience.
What entertained you, and how difficult do you think your childhood was compared to your perception of it?
In terms of what entertained me, I think I've always enjoyed athletics, so I spent a lot of time playing sports, working with friends on sports. And then in terms of how easy, I think teenagers are tough for a lot of people, regardless of the generation, because there's a lot of changes. People are trying to fit in. So, I don't really think kids are that much different now. It's more what's available to them that wasn't available to us.
What do you think makes us unique as a generation? What about your generation?
I think what makes you guys unique is just probably how in tune technologically you guys are, because you've grown up with technology from the time you were little. Whereas with my generation, it was kind of, technology was advancing as we were growing up. Give you an example, like when I was in high school, people had pagers, not cell phones, and now everybody has a cell phone.
What is the adjective that would describe your generation?
I think I would maybe say oblivious. And not so much oblivious in a bad way, but just no clue kind of what was ahead, right? You kind of wrapped up in your own little world when you're a teenager, and that's what you think about. So just not necessarily knowing what was ahead of us.
We teenagers are often portrayed as very social. Our extensive use of social media indicates our social dependence. We can't live without talking to one another. We care so much about how we present ourselves and our social image. Marketers play on these core foundations of our generation as how they market towards us. For example, the use of fear, testimonial, and playful propaganda techniques demonstrated by the CDC anti-smoking advertisement. They use fear of damaging our social image, our figurative and literal face. They also use testimonial and plain folk by using a person who were in our shoes to tell us their side of the story as a teenager and how the consequences of smoking will happen to us. The Oxy advertisement furthers this statement by showing how we care and fix our social image imperfections. It uses plain folk to show a very teen-related problem, acne, and the one ticket to fixing it, their product. We are portrayed as a social-based generation. We care about our social image, and how we care and protect it is one of the biggest ways that marketers can get to us. All of this leads me to believe that the society that we live in views teenagers, us, as very needy and social-dependent freaks.
In this quote from Through the Tunnel, the author uses a fearful voice to convey how desperate the main character is to escape the tunnel. She crafts this voice by talking about cracking lungs and his swelling head, which induce fear when associated with oneself. Darkness also conducts fear by reminding you that anything could be lurking on the other side. Teens are just as desperate to escape their stress and become adults who know and are ready for what's next in their lives. The quote also symbolizes how teens have all this pressure, but we need to get through it. Even though it may be difficult or scary, we need to dive past that dark unknown to become successful adults.